Hello everyone, my name is Samuel Main and we are continuing the series of Creator in Review. I believe that this is now number 4 and we are on to a guy called Amit, I don't know how to pronounce his second name, Kukreja. I'm going to go with. But in this series, ultimately, I am trying to learn what it takes to be at the highest level in YouTube. And in this series, I am ultimately going onto popular personal brands, reviewing them, and ultimately looking for areas that I can improve, areas where I can develop, and to try and stay on top of some of the latest content and stuff that is going out onto these platforms. I'm also looking at potential areas that these creators could improve from what I can see. So let's delve into it. Let's kick this off. I've been following Amit probably, if that's a weird term, right? I've been following, but I've been subscribed to Amit for probably like a year and a half now, for probably since he was under 1k subs, which is quite cool to think about. So first things I'm looking at is a banner. I actually know the background of why he's got the bricks. That's because he has a brick background in his live videos that he does. So I actually think that that's pretty cool. It's kind of like an insider joke as well, which is cool. We've got stocks, investing, startups, finance. Sounds good. Obviously got him super central, so pretty solid. There's no links or anything, like as in no redirects, but I think that that's absolutely fine. And then we've got a solid profile photo as well, just obviously looking directly at the camera. Clear, professional shot, good to see. Obviously, Amit has 24.6k subs, so solid amount of subscribers, and 1.8k videos. I think if you look at the analytics that we got here from TubeBuddy, you can see even in the last 30 days, he's put out 64 videos. So on average, 2 to 3 videos a day, which is not easy to do. So yeah, that's a lot of graft, a lot of hard work to get to this stage. So let's have a little bit of a look. Before we go into videos, I always just go into the about. Let's have a look. Description. We've got breaking down stocks, a business, tech, startup founder. Hope you follow along for the journey. Honestly, this could probably be a little bit more. There probably could be a little bit more. I'd love to see a little bit more about his personal story in here, especially as we're developing that personal brand. So that's something that I'd want to see a little bit more of. Joined 8th of February 2021. So, you know, not even had the account for very long and at 24k subs, which is incredible. We've got links. We've got, let's just test that these work. This one obviously now goes to X, go to his account. Again, a solid following on here, 19.2k follows. I don't really use X or Twitter at the moment. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for that. I wonder if this will, there you go, it lets me follow him. There we are. Let's have a look. We've got Patreon. So Patreon is a service where you can ultimately support creators, which is quite cool. And one post, £86.47 a month. I don't know if that's correct. That's very weird. You might want to get that checked, because then I can see that it says £1 here. So I don't know why it says so much at the top there, but I can see 45 members. Okay, I know he doesn't push this Patreon too much. And then we've got his startup, Ordia. So this is interesting. Got a startup. I personally believe that Amit could push his startup a little bit more and share that he has this incredible startup doing some amazing things. Maybe even that can be used in the description. Maybe that could be a pinned post, pinned video. But I think personally I'd be looking to push this link a little bit more in here. So again, looking at this section, probably more about his personal story in here, more about his business, his startup, and at some point it's got to change from startup to being actual business as well. So let's come back to this homepage and let's have a look. So no channel keywords, which is interesting. Obviously an area there we can utilize these tools. It's going to only help the channel. I don't see it's going to take away from the channel. Got some channel members, which is awesome. Don't see that very often. Great to see. Huge amount of views. 1.8k videos is insane. That's so many, so many. So he's been keeping this grind for a long time. So let's scroll down, looking at the videos or the overview. Actually, sorry, before we even go to videos, let's just shuffle along. So now we come to the bigger picture of videos. So I know he's a massive fan of Palantir. I'm personally biased and invested in Palantir too. So I know that that's a leading charge in his content. So key things I'm looking for here is really I'm looking at the branding colors. It's a little bit more tricky here because I know that this is an investment account. But what is really interesting is obviously the consistent use of the CEO of Palantir, a guy called Alex Karp, or Dr. Alex Karp. So I'm really intrigued to see if there's a performance difference of a thumbnail with Amit compared to a thumbnail with Karp. So I'm just scrolling down. I want to see if there's any thumbnails where Amit uses his own face. Got one here for a podcast, 2.3k views. Okay, so that's lower. Here we are. So this is Amit's face, and we've got 11k views. And I'd say the average for ones with Karp is anywhere between 6 to 7, which is interesting. Another one with Amit's face and Karp, 8.1k. Just going to go a few more. Okay, we got one here, 8k views here, 3.3k views here. Interesting. I would be interested in testing a few more thumbnails with Amit's face compared to Dr. Karp, and it gives some variance to these thumbnails, just to track and see if the performance varies, but also it continues to develop his personal brand on this channel. Let's have a look at popular. Interesting that I've just gone through that, and then his two most popular videos are both podcasts, but with Amit as the thumbnail. And when we look at all these others, again, more Amit. So super interesting. What's also very interesting, he doesn't have like super viral videos. A lot of the time you'll see an account will have like 1 or 2 videos which is massively viral. 36k views for an account that has 24k subscribers isn't like an exceptionally viral video. What that does show me is that it's his consistency in the posting and this building this unbelievable foundation of videos which has given him, you know, the growth. So that's super interesting. It confirms for me that actually I'm on the right path in developing a lot of the content and the videos that I'm doing. You know, I'm currently uploading 2 to 3 videos a day. So that's reassuring for me. But again, I scroll through this, all the ones that are performing well. Again, I'm on the popular page here, popular channels, and nearly all ones with his face in the thumbnail. So super interesting. Let's have a look at oldest. These are always cringe to look at. I've never even seen these. This is absolutely great. Never even seen any of these. This is awesome. 30 views 2 years ago, 15 views 2 years ago. Yeah, I feel the pain. I dropped 25 grand into Palantir. So that was obviously one of the first videos that took off for him. I'm sure that then started the Palantir trend, because that got 5k views, and then it's been pretty much Palantir ever since. But super cool. I respect the hustle a lot. Let's have a look at shorts. Okay, one things I'm looking at here. All right. I wish YouTube shared like the date that these were created. I don't know if I can find that out. Let's look at performance. Not super high for shorts, but I would say that shorts is probably an area for Amit to develop and continue leaning into a little bit more, because there's such good virality with shorts. And especially with some of the guests and some of the people that I know that Amit speaks with, I think shorts would be an area to lean into. Let's go to popular. I remember this one. This was a painful day when the Palantir dropped significantly, and he put up this funny video. I love like comedy for shorts and for virality there. I know Amit likes to think he's got some funny jokes, so I would probably even use some of his funny jokes that he's done as some shorts. But yeah, I think shorts would be an area to lean into and just get a little bit better consistency for Amit. I believe that this one was quite a little while ago, so that's probably an area. Let's look at live. This, I believe, is Amit's biggest strength, is the consistency in the live videos. I personally am not doing any live videos right now, so I've got to establish a better way for me to do live videos consistently, because this, I believe, is why Amit has seen the growth that he has. Is obviously his transparency and his consistency, his discipline, but he is showing up every single day, and you can see consistently, 5K views, 4K views on these live videos, but I know he's live for an hour nearly every single time, 40 minutes, an hour and a half. So yeah, this is Amit's strength, and I hope he continues to lean into those as well. Let's go to popular. Okay, the earnings, there we are. Very interesting. 30K views on a 2.5 hour video is insane. I know that it will be varied, but super interesting. And again, for me, thumbnail with Amit there, so that's a cool thumbnail. So yeah, I'll be leaning into those. Let's have a look at oldest. Wow, I think I was even there to watch this. This is so funny to go through this. Anyway, let's look at playlists. So key things I'm looking for in playlist is for it to be clear, actually probably to be a little bit more tidy than this. Probably a few, like you could arguably delete some of these playlists. You kind of have like the choice of paradox here. It gets a little bit much. It's an area for me to improve too. But yeah, not much to report on these. Let's look at community. So last post, what I'm looking at here is when was our last post? How frequent are we? So it was 11 days ago. I know Amit is super on it with X. So I'd actually probably expect this to be a little bit higher. Getting good interaction, 215 likes on this and 16 comments is actually pretty good for a community post. So I'd probably want to see a little bit more of this. 3 weeks ago, 1 month ago, and honestly I know that he could basically just transfer some of those posts from X across, some of the high performing ones. This is interesting, one of his popular videos, and he also talked about it in the community post. So yeah, arguably a little bit more space for community there that we could do. Channels. Channel doesn't feature any other channels. This, I've seen this on every single account. I really need to look into why this is. I don't know if it's like you have to have a certain amount of followers, subscribers, but I'm surprised Amit isn't linked with other channels here, because he could easily link up with the guys that he has on all of his podcasts, Arnie, Matt, Chris. You can link up with these guys and have their channels featured, and it would work both ways. So yeah, that's interesting. And a about section we have already gone through. So let's actually just look at some of these videos. I know that he has done a little bit of a structure change recently on the actual videos. So let's have a look. Sorry for the sound. Key things I am looking at. First of all, straight away, looking at the headline. Palantir releases their Q3 earnings with a surprise. Plus former employee speaks. Daily Palantir number 3. I like this daily Palantir number 3. That's just something I'm building on as well. Pretty solid. Anytime we talk about the earnings and money is in a headline is going to help. So that's one of the first things I'm looking at. Let's have a look at the description. This is great to see. We got actual splits of the video. That helps a lot of people. So that just shows that there's been a lot more work gone into the sharing of this video. So that's really cool. I believe that this is probably started to be put in place because Amit is changing the structure of his videos, but this is cool. This is really good. We've got a link to his Twitter, a link to the daily newsletter. I just want to check that these links work, which they do. The man's on a grind. I'm already subscribed to this email list. Worth doing. We've got an email here. Okay, so we've got the overview here. You could arguably say that there could be a little bit more wrote about the actual video here, a little bit more of a description maybe, and of course got the disclaimer. Again, what I'm noticing, right, is there's nothing about Amit's startup. I'd love to learn a little bit more about the startup, so maybe he could share on that. As we scroll down, so key things when I start to come to the comments is really just looking for a base level of engagement. I can see this post has been hearted by Amit. Again, I'm assuming it's exceptionally difficult to keep up with comments and demand once you get to 20k plus, right? I can't imagine that's easy. But again, I'm just looking for some engagement. We've got some here. They arguably could be a little bit more, but there is actually, here we go. There's a little bit more here. So this is cool to see. Let's go to the video. I apologize if this can be loud, but I just want to check if there's a little bit of a hook, if there's a bit of an intro, and what the kind of start of the video looks like.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We've got a lot to discuss in the world of Palantir today. 3 things that...
All right. So I know I said about the intro, but what I'm also looking at is these backgrounds. I know this history because I've been watching some of his channel. A little bit of a mess here on the desk. Come on, Amit, sort it out. But again, what I want you to notice is the branding of his banner was the brick wall, and then you can see here there's consistency in this brick wall. I know there's an argument that it's not a brick wall, it's wallpaper, but we won't delve into that. But that's cool to see. We have consistency across the branding, and then obviously we've got here the highlighting of the startup as well. So that's quite cool. Let's have a look.
Pouncer. Number one, Pouncer put out their Q3 2023 earnings date yesterday.
So I'm intrigued. It's really cool actually. He's giving a quick overview of the video and what to expect. So I love this part. I think it basically, time is so important for everyone right now. It always will be. So to see that you can join the video, understand what it's about, and then you basically get to determine if you want to continue watching. That's it's super cool. Really, really good to see. I'm intrigued to look at over here. So some comments, likes, cool. SEO again is ranked that it could be higher, and we've got some best practices. So there's a few little things that could be improved. Again, when I'm looking at a video, I'm looking at, is there a hook at the very start to actually get you to continue watching? Is there an intro, which we do have? Then is the value shared? And then is there some ending credits, right? Is there a call to action at the end? But overall, Amit's got it down. He's working incredibly hard. It's super, super cool to see the consistency and see the journey for Amit over this time. There's multiple areas for me that I could improve on. Just by reviewing Amit's account, and I'm excited to see this continue to grow and continue to build. One of the biggest strengths I believe for Amit is, again, his live videos that he does, and he's constantly essentially borrowing the audience from other people. He's podcasts with multiple different content creators, and that's putting him in really, really good light. So yeah, some really cool takeaways for me. But yeah, I will wrap this up. Creator in review, Amit. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, hit subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll see you tomorrow, legends. Appreciate you. I messed up at the very end. I didn't even say that you really, really, really do need to go across to Amit's channel and hit subscribe and follow his journey. Again, he's been creating some amazing content and doing some really, really cool things. An amazing, amazing creator. So please do go across to Amit's channel, check it out, hit subscribe, and show him some love. His link will be in the description below. Appreciate you guys. See you soon.